to another riveting week of fantasy football right here on the Bread Channel, where our first priority is to make sure everyone is having a good time. Because what is fantasy football all about? Having a good time. That's right, having a good time. All right, guys, what you're going to do is you're going to want to sit back and relax. If you don't relax, you're going to fall. And if you fall, you're going to have a bad time. Also, be aware of all the other team owners trying to trade with one another. People have been known to make agreements and pull out. If you don't pull out, you're gonna have a bad time.
That's right, Tom. That's why they call me Miguel Pullout Jones. People call you that? Yeah, bro, people call me that. Okay. Hey, Tom, what do Luke Skywalker and Zeke Elliott have in common?
I don't know. What?
They're both bad with the handoff. Zeke had 2 first-quarter fumbles that nearly cost Dallas the game. With 2 minutes and 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Atlanta had a 99.9% chance to win the game, being up by 9. Yet Dallas managed the miraculous comeback. I'm not sure which is worse, Dallas acting like they won the Super Bowl, or the Falcons choking in a game that wasn't.
Yeah, Miguel, if you blow a fourth quarter lead, you're gonna have a bad time.
In other news, out of the respect of all the players that went down this past weekend, we'd like to send our thoughts and prayers for a healthy and speedy recovery. Now on to recaps. Thank you, Mondo, for proving me wrong this past week by crushing Tom's team where it hurts. Emmanuel Sanders and Alan Lazard shat the bed for Tom, and Mondo's team performed pretty well all around. Smart move not to play both Minnesota backs, and it looks like you got another handsome win under your belt, even with Carson Wentz as your quarterback. It might always be sunny in Philadelphia, but it's not always sunny for Tom. Winner, Mondo.
The giant sea bass has been on the critically endangered species list since 1982, due to overfishing in sport. However, the bass has thrived over the last 2 seasons, and this past week's win was a great first step to swimming back up the championship stream. Brandon needed this loss like a bass needs a hook in its mouth. Winner, Landon.
Santi's team took a huge hit this week, with 2 of his starting running backs out, one of them for the season. And yet, he was still able to win thanks to Stephon Diggs and a knockout effort by Mostert. With the lowest score, JT's team has earned this week's weekly worst. I know you're busy moving and shit, JT, but don't forget to move your lineup. You muff garbage. Winner, Santi.
Hey, Caleb. I don't remember ordering tickets to a wrestling match, but by God did I enjoy watching that SmackDown. It's like Maddie climbed to the top rope and delivered a flying clothesline. Man, she really hit that shit raw. A loss like this might put Caleb down for the count. I guess her lineup was a bit more fuller. Winner, Maddie.
With this week's top score, Lon has rightfully earned this week's 3 claps. He scored 169 points this past week. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. After getting absolutely bodied last week, Lon exploded back onto the scene led by Aaron motherfucking Jones, who dropped a 45-point bomb on the unexpected city of Willington, D.C. Man, I'm glad I'm not Will's team. Winner, Lon.
Looks like Miguel got his shit together as he had a monster bounce back week. I can see Miguel coming back to this week and roster betting at least twice. Check that. 4 times. Check that. 5 times. I wonder if his team fueled up on Butter's Creamy Goo. Winner, Miguel. Predictions are right after this.
Hey, Tom. Want some big Concha? A real one? Oh, well.
I fucking hate that guy. Big Concha.
Es muy grande.
A little birdie told me that Brandon's team has had a hard time living up to our predictions, so we've decided to take a different approach with this week's matchup. I think JT's team is going to win this week. Philadelphia's running back, Boston Scott, is going to play really well. Matthew Stafford is going to drop 30 points. It's not looking good for Brandon. Prediction, JT.
Hey Landon, if you can, go out to the nearest gas station and pick yourself up some nice double-ribbed condoms, because you should at least be safe when you get fucked this weekend. And don't even get me started on why you have not 1, but 2 IR players. When it's all said and done, Landon's gonna be begging for the biddy come Tuesday morning. Prediction, Tom.
Lon's team took off last week in a surprising twist, but Raul looks to make the 2K21 Loaf champion into a pleading loser. I like this matchup a lot, but unless Aaron Jones has another Edward 40 hands, I see Lon screaming like a kettle and heading for the hills. How and Fournette for Lon. Prediction, Raul.
Caleb and Mondo face each other as the worst and the first respectively. Caleb is desperately trying to get his first win, while Mondo is shocking the bread world by starting 2-0. For a deeper inside analysis, we're going to go to on-field reporter Texmex Rivers. Tex, can you tell us where you are and what to expect in this matchup going into the weekend?
Thanks, Tom. I'm currently standing outside Jerry World, unable to get inside. We do not have the prediction numbers yet, but we do have reason to believe that Armando will be dropping a point bomb on Caleb's team. That's right, Tom. Amari Cooper and the Dallas Cowboys look on to take a weak Seahawks secondary on Sunday that I can only see going in favor of Dallas. Look, I love Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans, but I do not like this matchup against the Pittsburgh defense. Mondo's team looks to go nuclear this weekend. Back to you, Tom.
Thanks, Tex. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Mondo about to drop bombs. Prediction? Mondo.
Two Titans take flight this week in a tantalizing matchup for the ages. Both Maddie and Miguel's teams twinkled last week as they tenaciously bounced back from Week 1 thwarts. This tasty matchup has me timidly thoughtless, though I think Tyler Lockett will take charge with a tremendous statement Sunday afternoon. Let's hope Calvin Ridley doesn't torture Miguel too much this matchup. Prediction? Miguel.
Silly Willy. Don't you know the first law of physics? A shitty team will remain a shitty team unless compelled to change by an action of an external force. That doesn't mean have 15 goddamn waiver claims before week 3 even starts. Dear God, man, you have 8 more than the next person. That blows the crust off my bread. Prediction, Santi.
Well, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you all for tuning in.
Join us again this time next week, right here on the Bread Channel. Rabbits can't puke.
Catchphrase sign off.